welcome to How to Meditate class. I'm really happy to share with you what I know about meditation today and hopefully get you started on the path to meditation. Before we begin, if I could ask you, what are you hoping to get from meditation, or maybe if you have questions about it, or maybe you do have some ideas.
Well, I'd love to be more calm and just peaceful and, I don't know, more confident.
Well, these are all really wonderful goals, and the good news is that meditation can definitely help you with all of these things. I have experienced it on myself and have seen many students of many different ages benefit from meditation, and for myself, I have been meditating many years, and it definitely helped me. Meditating regularly helped me to become calmer and more centered and more peaceful, and because I can calm down and be in that peaceful state, it gives me a certain sense of confidence that I can definitely accomplish everything.
So, do you have to do it every day in order to accomplish that, or?
Ideally you do, and we'll definitely talk about it. So it helps to build the habit, but it takes time to build that habit. So we'll talk about it at some point, maybe later after we cover all the aspects of meditations. But what you've mentioned is definitely great goals, and again, I've experienced it on myself that meditation definitely helped me to become calmer and happier and more confident, and has really made my life much more fun, much richer, and I can see things in a brighter light. And meditation can help you do better in school and find true friends and do all these wonderful things, because again it helps you to become more centered and happy within yourself, so you don't really rely on anybody else. So what is meditation? Let's look at what is meditation just in general. You probably have seen pictures of people meditating, or people meditating somewhere else, and it's just a person sitting with closed eyes, but what is going on behind those closed eyes? Meditation, while it looks like a person is doing nothing, is actually a very active state, and we're doing quite a bit when we do close our eyes to help ourselves to become more peaceful. And if you can imagine, if you're standing at the top of the mountain, and there's a beautiful view in front of you, there's a beautiful blue sky above you, and the valley below you with trees, and maybe a lake or people walking around, a life happening beneath the mountain, and you're standing at the top and you can see this whole beautiful world in front of you, and just kind of feel uplifted. Maybe when you went skiing or hiking, maybe you can recall that kind of feeling when you're really on the top of the world and it's beautiful and the sun is shining. Yeah, it looks like you have. Well, meditation is kind of that, when we're standing at the top of the mountain and seeing the big picture. So meditation, by helping you calm yourself and become more peaceful, helps you to see a bigger picture of the world and kind of accept the world as is, and people and friends, because you are standing at the top, and by calming down, you can have that bigger view of life. Because if you can imagine, the valley is our life, it's our mind, our thoughts, what we do every day. It's kind of lots of trees, and it's hard to see the path behind the trees sometimes. So if our life is the valley, we only see the trees all the time. How do we get to see the bigger picture? So meditation, we can get to the top of the mountain, calm down, and kind of see the whole. So just hold that picture in your mind for the future, because it's really helpful. So this is what the meditation is in general, but now let's talk about how to meditate. And there are a few things to remember. One of them, and the very basic one, is how do we sit in meditation? So it looks like today we're sitting on the floor on the pillows. So let's just go over really quickly how to sit correctly, because if you don't sit correctly, something's bothering you, hurting, it's kind of hard to relax. So it's important to know what to do. So if you're sitting cross-legged, first of all, you need to cross your legs just comfortably, hopefully one, ideally, yes, one in front of the other. It looks like you're sitting on the pillow, so I hope this is comfortable. Yeah. And the back needs to be straight.
Is that straight? Or?
Yes, this looks like it's straight. Now, the shoulders need to be kind of open a little bit. The heart needs to be open to receive that wonderful energy. And so to help us do that, it's helpful to put the hands kind of on the thighs right next to the belly. And then this should relax the shoulders. It looks like you're sitting, you're a little bit tense.
Yeah, it kind of hurts right here, I'm not sure.
Hurts right there. So what we can do is we can either move your legs a little bit, maybe find that, is this better a little bit? Okay, or we can put the pillow here.
No, I think it's good. I just, my hands
are sliding. So what we can do is we can put the pillow here.
Okay.
And this,
that feels
I can definitely see your shoulders are relaxed. So this is the meditation position. In terms of the head, the chin needs to be parallel to the floor, with the head not going too far back or forward, just kind of straight. And our eyes, of course, are closed, but it's important not to, we don't want to fall asleep, as we also close our eyes when we go to sleep. So in meditation, because we have to be active inwardly, while we close our eyes, our gaze, we kind of need to look up a little bit. And to help ourselves to know where to look up, it's helpful if you straighten your arm, just like me, and raise your, with the thumb pointing up kind of to your eyes, level with your eyes a little bit, a little bit lower maybe. And just look at your thumb. Now close your eyes and put your arm down now. Just kind of remember where that is. Does that feel comfortable? Okay, great. So it looks like you're still not completely set.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
So maybe we'll take the blanket and open it a little bit. If you raise your, I think it was a little bit too high. Is this a little better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so this is the position. So now we need to make sure our body is relaxed. And to help us do that there's a simple exercise, which is where we tense our body with a double breath. And I'll show you how to do it. First, long and short. And then we tense and hold the tension. And then we relax completely. This helps to kind of relax, to let all the tension go. So this is how we do it. We double inhale through the nose, hold, and relax. Let all the tension go. Let's try it together again. Everything, you tense everything, legs, the body, head, and arms. Okay? Let's practice one more time. Double breath. Tense, hold. Relax. So we just practice for now, then we'll meditate together. So this is how we relax our body. Now we need to calm our mind, because we've been thinking all day, running around, being with friends or family, thinking about yesterday, tomorrow, doing homework. There's lots going on. So we need to calm our mind just a little bit at least to help us move into deeper meditation. To help us do that, there is a simple technique which is called equal count breathing. And what we do is we basically inhale, hold the breath, and exhale to the same count. And I'll show you how to do it. I'll help you count just through the nose. And I'm going to tap on my knee to help count. So this is, I'll show you once and then we'll practice once. So we inhale, hold, exhale, all through the nose. So let's practice once. You can close your eyes if you like. Inhale, hold, exhale. And we can do it less than 4. So maybe let's try 3. Maybe 4 was a little too much. Let's do it again. Inhale, hold, exhale. Great. And this was just a practice. So we'll practice everything together in a moment. And this brings us, now our bodies are relaxed and the mind is calmer. So now we're ready to move on to the main technique that I teach for meditation that helps us to truly feel the peace and calmness and move into the silent meditation where we can really enjoy and experience true meditation. It's called Hong Sa, technique of concentration, and it was brought to this country, introduced actually by Paramahansa Yogananda, who came here in 1920s to America from India, and he taught us Westerners how to meditate and practice yoga in our daily life. And Hong Sa is actually an ancient technique. It's been practiced for centuries. And it basically also consists of watching the breath. So we're, again, kind of working with our mind and breath connection. And it's interesting that they are connected. Maybe you can recall, if you're playing sports, running around, or maybe feeling really happy or really mad, upset, sad, your breath is kind of heavier and faster, and it's hard to breathe sometimes even. And at the same time, when you're really concentrating on something, maybe drawing or reading, maybe even watching a movie, you're really concentrating and your breath is really quiet. So we're trying to do the same, just the opposite. So I'll explain it really briefly and then we'll practice it together. So Hong Sa is a mantra, which mantra means sacred words or very special words or one word. And in this case it means Hong Sa means I am spirit, or you can think of it as I am peace, or I am joy, or I am calmness. And we just watch how we breathe really in this technique. We sit the way we sit after we relax, and we just observe our breath quietly. So we try to feel our inhalation and exhalation as kind of a flow of air in our nose. You can sort of try now if you close your eyes and just breathe normally without forcing anything. Just as you breathe, just sort of become curious, how do I breathe? How does my breath flow? And you can feel it maybe entering your nose as a cool air, and as you exhale it maybe is a little bit warmer. So that's what we do, kind of begin that way, and then we add the words Hong as we inhale and Sa as we exhale. It's kind of mentally, we don't move our tongue or mouth. Maybe you've been in the mountains before where there's an echo. I mean, you say something and then there's an echo. So you don't really say it, but you still hear it. This is kind of the same thing. So you inhale and say Hong, and you exhale and say Sa in the back of your mind. And there's one more little thing that we do to help our bodies. We give our bodies something to do, and that is we move our forefinger a little bit towards ourselves as we inhale and say Hong, and as we exhale and say Sa, we move the finger away. So you just sort of relax your hand, and it's just a very gentle movement. So we say Hong, as we inhale we say Hong, bring the finger in, exhale, Sa, bring the finger out. And then after we practice this for a little bit, we finish this practice by just inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth 3 times. I'll show you how we do it.
Slow breathing? Or?
Yeah, just once. It's just once, just kind of there to end the practice. And it's slow, not too deep, and I'll show you. So we inhale just helps to get all the air out, and we hold the breath out as long as we can, just a little bit, kind of pausing, and then you start breathing again, and you don't pay attention to your breath at all. At this point, we move into the actual meditation, where we are kind of a state of being part of meditation, where we, instead of observing the breath, we observe the peace that we've acquired while we were practicing these techniques. We just concentrate on that peace and calmness, really just enjoying this. So let's try to do this together. And we'll just try for a couple of minutes, and then if you have questions, you can ask me, okay? So are you doing okay for now?
Yeah.
Great. So let's see, are you feeling comfortable, sitting comfortably?
Well, I feel like my legs are sort of stiff. I don't know.
Stiff, okay. So because we've been sitting for too long, why don't you stretch them a little bit and kind of let them breathe again? Yeah, that's the only problem. Sometimes that happens, and you can kind of wiggle your toes.
Yeah.
There are other ways to meditate. We chose to sit this way today. We can always sit on the chair, and maybe next time you can try to do that. So
Yeah.
is that a little better
Yeah.
right now? Because we can always also put a pillow under your knee. Is this a little bit better?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, great. So let's just check the posture. Make sure the back is straight, the spine is straight, and the hands sort of move them back a little bit. And the shoulders are down, the chin is straight. And just kind of move them even further. Is this comfortable or too much? Okay, so the palms are kind of open, chin a little bit higher. So close your eyes now and kind of remember that point where you were looking before with closed eyes. And so now, if you remember, let's begin with tensing and relaxing with a double breath. Let's do this twice. So let's inhale and tense. Make the fists with hands and tense your arms and legs. Hold and relax. Completely let the air out and just kind of relax. And let's do this once more when you're ready. Tense the whole body, tensing and relaxing. So we'll let all the air out, all the tension, and put your hands upwards again. Check your spine. Straighten your spine, shoulders are down. And now let us practice the equal measured breath. And make sure your body's relaxed completely. Your legs and arms and hands. Is this a little bit more? Okay, great. Is this better? Okay, let's try this again. No, it's all great. It's important to be comfortable. So again, just check. Let's check quickly for the legs and feet, arms and hands. Belly is relaxed, the chest and shoulders, head and chin, eyes are relaxed. And let's begin the equal measured breath, and I will lead you through it. So I'll start counting. Just listen to my voice and my counting. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Maybe try this now twice more on your own, just so it's comfortable for you. If 3 is too much, it could be 2. Just inhaling, holding, and relaxing, exhaling. Just let the breath out. Once you're done, let go of all counting, all breath control. Just breathe normally as you would. Kind of observe your breath, become curious how the air is flowing in the nose, in and out, gently. No control at all. Natural breathing. Just watch your breath again as a gentle airflow in your nose. Just as the warm wind, a sunny day, gentle breeze, your air is flowing in and out. And with your next inhalation, gently add the mantra Hong. And as you exhale, say Sa. Hong as you inhale, Sa as you exhale. Hong, Sa. Now add the movement of the forefinger on the right hand. As you inhale and say Hong, your finger moves in towards yourself, your body. As you exhale, Sa, the finger moves out a little bit. Just very gentle movement. Just observe how your breath is slowing down, maybe becoming longer or shallower. It's very good if it does that. So Hong Sa, I am spirit. Just breathe that way on your own, just for a minute or so. I'll let you know it's time to stop. And now, at some point when you're ready, gently inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth 3 times, letting all the air out. And just breathe in normally, naturally. Let go of all the mantra, watching the breath. Raise your gaze upwards and just observe the peace and calmness, the joy, upliftment, as if you are sitting at the top of the mountain. Big blue skies above you and the sun is shining. And the gentle breeze touching your skin. Just enjoy that state of peace for a little bit. Gently bring your awareness back to the room where you're sitting, to your body. Just come back and slowly open your eyes. So how are you feeling?
Much better.
Much better. Although I think you were maybe a little bit uncomfortable. I was watching you a little bit.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, so you can let the feet open if that might feel better. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So do you have any questions now?
I mean, I'm not really sure, like, how high the eyes should be
Okay.
looking, like,
Oh,
if it should be higher than...
Okay. Well, this is a really good way to practice. So let's try it again. As long as when your eyes were closed, did it feel kind of painful a little bit? No? Okay. As long as they're, if you close your eyes right now and kind of as if you're going to sleep and kind of look down, and then just raise your gaze a little bit. That feels very different, doesn't it? So now open your eyes and let's practice. Again, straighten your arm and your thumb just in front of you, a little bit higher. Yeah, maybe not as high, yeah. And just kind of close your eyes now. And kind of keep your gaze there. Now you can open your eyes again if you wanted to. And close them again. Looking in the same point, and let your arm fall down and just kind of sit for a second. Does that sort of feel comfortable?
Yeah.
Or okay, great. So that was a good question. And actually, meditation again is a wonderful tool, but just like anything else, it takes time to learn, to practice, to figure out how to sit, to get comfortable, and there are a lot of little things to figure out. So, but once you do, you're going to enjoy it, and it's going to be a great help in your life. However, it is important, as you asked a great question in the beginning, how often do we do it? So it is really important to do it every day, only because it helps you to kind of get into a habit of doing it and learn how to do it. Because if we don't practice regularly, we kind of forget how to do it, just like with anything else, maybe. Practicing an instrument or doing other things. So, and the good news is you can do it, just a few minutes a day. If you have time, maybe in the morning when you get up before the school, or in the evening before you go to bed, just sit down and find a place where you can do it and maybe feel comfortable. If the pillows are not comfortable, we can later talk about how to sit on the chair. It's all the same things apply. So if you get into a practice to do it every day, you'll find that it's really, really helpful. And all of the things that you've mentioned, to be calmer and peaceful and happier and more confident, they will come to you with time. But you need to be patient with yourself and understanding and just, practice. So I'd like to thank you for coming today, and I really enjoyed teaching you. Thank you.
Thank you.